Okay, here's the intro riff for Move Forward Fearlessly. Alright, let's break down the intro riff. So you've got that fifth power chord that's in every song ever, right? Yeah. And it goes to 10, 7 and 10, 7, 9, 7, 10 on the G and D string. So you got those two chords to start with. Moves down a step, and then moves down another step. So that's where we are. Those are the chords we're going to be playing. And in between them, it does like those scrapes, you know, that hit those natural harmonics. So you got 1 and then 4, like that. Be sure to let up on every chord. Like, you can't hold those chords out, of course. So yeah. Just like that. Try it. Here's the screenshot for the full guitar solo tab. The first part of the solo is like this. Alright, let's break down the first part of the solo. That first part of the solo, you know, where it comes in like screaming basically. And we're on the 10th and 9th fret there on the tabs. Always pay very close attention to the tabs because it's pretty much exactly what I'm trying to show you. What I'm playing, at least anyway, and what I think is as close as I'm able to get to what he's playing in the actual song. So it's about a 1/4, maybe a 1/2 bend. It's kind of hard to tell, but he bends it and then he kind of drops the note down, like slowly. If you listen closely, you can hear the note. It goes, you'll hear it goes down a little bit, like. So drop that bend down as you hit that. So you've got it's all pretty much in the same place as those chords actually. It's pretty close anyway. 1, 10, 9 there, and then 7 and 9. It's just as simple. You just hit those. And really vibrato. I really like to vibrato on that, and it sounds like he's doing it in the song as well, and it sounds really good also. So and then I've got it written in the tabs there. We start on 7, you slide down to 5 for that part that right there at the end of that little lick, that sharp little. I don't know what he's actually doing, but I'm getting as close as I can to make it sound that way. So it slides down from 7 to 5 and then up to 7, and he hits the 7, and it sounds like he's pulling it really sharp or something. It's some kind of harmonic of some sort. Just like that, really sharp. So when you put it all together, and I like to pull it really sharp and back down. Actually, slowly go up and down. Pull it really sharp, and then back down. But you do it really, really fast as well. Try it. The second part of the solo. Okay, let's try part 2 of the solo, where it comes back in. So he starts on this bend. It's a pre-bend. He starts a step up. It sounds like he's on 15, but starts up at 17 and drops it down to 15. You know, and it sounds like he's doing that hammer on guitar trick that you hear in some like bluesy stuff or something like that. So you would start with that 15 and drop it down from 17. So it's pretty. I'm pretty sure it's a one step. It sounds like a one step. It sounds good when I play it like that with the song. So that's what I'm going with. So I've got it here. So you drop it down and pull off. I think I might have written the first part of that tab slightly wrong. When you drop that 15 down, it says on the tab you drop that 15 down and you just kind of hit the 12 is what I wrote there. But I think it's more like a pull off. I think it sounds better when it's a pull off. It sounds smoother. It sounds more like the song when it's a pull off. So pull off to that 12 and then hit that 14 and then. Sorry, my cat didn't know how to open the door. So he comes down from that 15, pulls off to the 12, and then his 14. And then he's got a hammer on. I've got it written as a hammer onto from 12 to 15. So he's doing those. Follow the tab there, and make sure that rhythm right there is right, because he holds that last 15 for just a second before hitting the 14 and vibrato. So we'll slow it down. Like that. And then he goes wild with those, so what I've got written there to make it sound like what he's doing in this in the solo in the song is I've got 14, and you hit 14 first, and then you got a hammer on from 12 to 15. I've got it written here about 4 times. It looks like maybe doing it more. He's doing it really fast. He's doing it faster than I can, honestly. And in the song, if you listen closely, it is really fast. But like, I've got it written 4 times here, and then he goes into some bends. It's really nice, gnarly bends. So we'll slow that down, and it's all inside picking, or at least that's what I'm doing. So I'm starting 14. Start 14 in. I'm actually up picking, upstroke. I'm going up, down, up, down, up, down. But the down is on the B string, so we're going up on G and down on B. Hope that makes sense. And then he bends on that last one. Got it written. I've actually been kind of playing it. Like I said, these tabs are a little off. It's more like a generalization because I don't actually know what he's literally playing, but to make it sound like what he's playing in the song, so that you have something, you've got something to play along with it, so that you're not just playing random notes. You go. I've got it kind of like he hammers on into. I've got it. I tend to like hammer on into that bend. So. Kind of like that. And I'm using my pinky. Ultimately, it's the guitar. You do whatever works, right? But me personally, I'm using my pinky. I use pointer and ring finger. Make that power. three fingers for this bend. All three fingers, or technically all four fingers. All four. These three to bend, and this one to hit that 15. And then you take it all. Use all four fingers to vibrato. Yeah? Sounds good, right? So we do that, and then I've got it. You just hit that 12. I've got it written as 13 and 15, and I think that's wrong. I think it's wrong. I'm pretty sure. I think it sounds better when it's 12 and 15. And then he hits that 12 and 15 one more time, right at the end. So you get. So we'll put it all together. I'll do it slow and then fast since it's so much. We'll play it wrong first. Fast. Here's part 3 of the solo. Okay, let's break down part 3 of the solo. This is what I feel like might be the hardest part of the solo. It's kind of the hardest part of the solo for me, at least, just because of the trying to keep it clean. Trying to keep it clean and quiet. It's really difficult for this part because of this legato run that he does, and I'm quite positive what I have written in the tabs for this legato run is wrong, but it's good enough to sound like what he's playing, and it doesn't sound bad when you play it with the song. So what I've got written here is the 12, 14, and 15 legato run. Starts there and then moves up to 13, 15, and 17. Doing the same thing, kind of. So we'll slow and then normal speed. And then those bends. Yeah. So slow. And then fast. Here's part 4. Alright, part 4 of the solo. If you follow the tabs, it's pretty much all tremolo picking, or just as fast as you can pick, because that's kind of what it sounds like in the song. And I've got it written again. This is another part that I'm quite positive is wrong, but it sounds good enough to play with the song. It sounds good enough to have something to play, I feel like. So I've got it written. It just kind of goes, the typical, like where you walk it down, you go up, down, up, down, up, down, or you kind of walk it down. But each note is a tremolo pick, right? So you're doing that, but with a tremolo pick. So yeah. And if you are not able to tremolo pick, what I do for this one, at least, the way I tremolo pick this one, is I'll mute all the strings that I'm not using, and I'll make sure I'm aware of where the face of the guitar is, basically, and that gives me a reference for how to make this movement smooth, and you make it really small, and do it as fast as you can. sometimes it's with the fingers out, sometimes it's not. It's really hard to tell which is better for me, but that's kind of how I'm doing it. There's the Van Halen way, there's the Eddie Van Halen way, which I do for other things, but not for this particular pattern because it's too clunky. If you use the Van Halen way, but I don't like it. You hear it's too clunky. I can't mute things. Just like that. Practice it, start slow, and just get faster step by step. Don't go slow, then fast. Go slow, a little less slow, a little less slow, a little faster than that. Just, steps. It's baby steps. Try it. Here's part 5. The last part of the solo is tricky because it's all harmonics. It's the harmonic hammer-on slide trick thing. Is there a name for it? I don't know, but it's where you're creating the harmonics with your right hand. It's the same as you would any natural harmonic, but you're touching the string with your right hand to make the harmonic, and you're still fretting with the left hand. But it's a bunch of hammer-ons, so I've got to just kind of start. Slowly make it faster and get used to that motion, just keep doing that over and over. It's hammer on 7 and 9, 7, 9 and open 8 string. Keep doing it over and over until it feels good, and then you slide. You make sure you're fretting or you're touching the string in the light manner that it takes to create harmonic, but over the frets, over the pickups, and run your hand down until the meat, until you can't do it anymore. And that's how you do that part. You put it all together. I hope it works for you guys.